Morning, everybody. Just checking that I am live. Hello, hello. How's it, Andre? Lovely to see you. All right, so this is the first time I'm doing my live this way. I've got multiple screens here all over. So it's I might look like I'm looking in all different directions, but that's because I am. Okay, so welcome. And I'm going to be talking to you all about neuroplasticity and essential oils this morning. But before I start, and because this is all about essential oils, I want you to take out your chair if you have it, your chair roller, and your breathe, and use them. It's been helping me. Hi, Tracy. Lovely to see you. All right, I've used the breathe, put it in my hand, roll my chair also in the hand, and these have been helping me get through preparing for today. Breathe in nice and deep, like Lorinda was showing us, nice and quietly, and just let the essential oils do their job. And I'm just going to rub it all over myself so that I can just stay calm and relaxed and keep on deep breathing. All right, so I'm going to get straight into it. I just have to find my mouse. There we go. Hi, Janine. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and I wonder why that's not working. So that you can see a little presentation that I've made. Hi, Rachel. I know, right? Cheer and breathe are the most, so lovely to smell. I'm just going to tilt here. And wondering why it's not working now. Okay, I'll try it again. All right. Hi, Portia. Lovely to see you. Okay, so by now you should be seeing my screen. And like I said, I'm going to be talking about neuroplasticity and essential oils, and how you can use essential oils to help your brain. All right, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Tammy van der Merwe. I live on the north coast of Natal. I'm married to my awesome husband for the past 18.5 years. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. My eldest has had special needs since he was very small. He is now 16, and I've personally experienced mental health issues, but I'm passionate about what I'm talking about today, and that's using essential oils for your brain health. So what is neuroplasticity? Now, many years ago, scientists used to believe that when you reached a certain age as a child, your brain stayed like that for the rest of your life. And recent research has shown that that's not the case, that we have the ability to change our brains, that the brain doesn't stay the same all the time. The ability of neural networks in the brain to change through growth and reorganization is quite possible. So if you think about the fact that if you want to learn a new language today, you can go and train your brain to learn the new words, learn the new grammar, the new way of writing and speaking it. And that is neuroplasticity. That's changing pathways in your brain by putting new growth on your brain. Now, reorganization is a different way of doing it. And I'll talk a little bit more about that just now. So this could mean making new connections between your neurons or remapping the whole systems within your brain. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about that a little bit more with using the essential oils to do that. Now, I'm very passionate about this because of the fact that my son we've been able to help his brain, and so now he doesn't battle with moods and memory, and he's able to study. He's actually going to be doing his exams next week for his N1, which we're so proud of. And this is, what we've been doing is using not just essential oils but other things as well. Obviously, essential oils will work really well with a good balanced diet, helping the brain to, rewire things. The types of neuroplasticity, there's two types. First is structural neuroplasticity. This is making new experiences and making new memories that change the physical structure of your brain. And so you can use that in different ways. Yes, it's super amazing and interesting. I love studying this. And then functional neuroplasticity is the ability for the brain's functions to move from an injured part of the brain to a non-injured part of the brain. And so both are quite possible, and it's just a matter of the way you do things to be able to help the brain to do it. How exactly it works is that think of it as when you've trudged an old pathway through maybe a favorite part of your woods or your garden, and you walk this little pathway all the time. You make a little bit of a rut in there, and your old ways of doing things are reinforced every single time you do a certain thing. You get up in the morning, you maybe have a cup of coffee, then you get ready for work, or that's your old way of doing things. Now, if you want to change your neuroplasticity, you now plot a new highway. And every time you use your new way of doing things, you're reinforcing the new highway. And that means that the old pathway is not being used anymore, and it becomes less and less and less. And that's how it happens in the brain. You have a really rigid brain pathway, and then what happens is when you start to make a new pathway, that old pathway starts to be used much more less, and then eventually you don't use it anymore. So you can make new brain pathways by doing new things, and it doesn't have to be just one way or one pathway. It could be highways, and that's why I've put the picture there of the highway for you, so that you can understand it doesn't have to be the same old thing all the time. You can train your brain to do new things. So how does essential oils affect your brain? The fact that essential oils, some of the aromatic compounds are so small, they have the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and go through into your limbic system, into your brain, and start to help the brain on a cellular level. They permeate and they influence the brain. So it can influence your mood, it can influence your memories, your processing of your conscious thoughts, your higher thinking in your cortex, even in your hypothalamus and in your hippocampus. And this is researched stuff, so that we know that those neural pathways can be changed in that area by using essential oils. So there's a few different essential oils that can help in different ways. And I'm specifically talking about moods right now, or emotions, because this little olfactory epithelium here in the nose is linked directly into your limbic system, which controls your moods and your memories. And so if you're looking at citrus oils, they're uplifting, they're invigorating, they give you joy, they validate you make you feel worthy and productive. That's why I've used the chair today, because it's just invigorating, gives me happy thoughts. Okay, some of the oils that you can use is wild orange, lemon, bergamot, tangerine. I've included oils that are available at the moment here in South Africa. Obviously, there's other citrus essential oils as well. The spices, now chair's also got some spices inside there, like clove. On Guard has also got a few spices in there. It's going to help you feel bold and motivated, supported, and empowered. And remember, it's going straight into that limbic system that controls your mood, and it's going to help you there. If you're using it quite often, it's going to reinforce that feeling, and eventually maybe not even need to use that oil to assist you with feeling that. So tree oils, and if you think about trees, they've got deep roots, they stand in the ground, they don't move around, so it's going to help you feel nice and grounded. You feel, yes, get some cloves, Chandra, and then helps you to feel collected and courageous and even composed. And there are some blends that can help you feel like that, but some of the single oils are cypress, Siberian fir, petitgrain, eucalyptus, and juniper berry. Those are great ones to help you feel that. And our flower oils are feeling expressed, feeling reassured and calm and purposeful and even loved. And they're clary sage, geranium, helichrysum, lavender, yarrow palm, and ylang ylang. And yeah, this is a lovely one to help you feel calm, and then you can mix it with something like a tree oil to feel collected as well, so that you're not feeling, all over the place. Okay, so the ways that you can use the essential oils to help your brain is, first of all, you can use a direct inhalation like we've done this morning with breathing it straight from your cupped hands. Another way is to diffuse it. So you can put it in your electrical diffuser, or a necklace diffuser, bracelet diffuser, or just even put it inside your hair, because it's a natural diffuser. And it's going to go through your neural olfactory pathways into your limbic system, like I spoke about, and just help with your moods and your memories. Then you can also apply it. I like to apply it here on the back of the neck in that occipital point, allowing direct access into the brain, because there your neural pathways are also there inside that area. And then you can also take it internally, because taking it internally, as we know, the gut-brain axis is very important. If the gut is healthy, then the brain is healthy. There's more neurons inside your gut than there is in your brain. So if you want to help your gut and to eventually help your brain, that's a good way to do it. You put it in a capsule, put it in some water, or under your tongue. I like to do that with copaiba or frankincense, because the taste isn't so sharp. But things like maybe clove, I would maybe do a capsule or something like that. Okay, next one. Right, so type of oils that you can use for neuroplasticity. For the structural part of neuroplasticity, I like to recommend using smell therapy to make new neural pathways. And so the way that I like to explain it is that, sort of like with that highway explanation, is that you're not just having one road in and out of that olfactory system, is you're going to make a highway. And I like to say it's your 10-lane highway, because there's 9 oils altogether for the day, and you add a bad smell for the day, because you want the brain to be able to distinguish what's good and what's bad, and build new neural pathways inside there on a consistent base, in a consistent manner. So some smell therapy protocols last between 6 weeks to a year. Some people are longer, because you want to be able to help the brain to repair on that level. And we've used smell therapy specifically for my eldest son for his behavioral stuff. Look, there in the morning, you take lemongrass. I'm going to show you with my breeds. So you would just maybe hold it near the person and let them smell naturally and normally, and then see if there's a reaction. If they go, then you know there's a bad reaction, or oh, that smells nice, and maybe just keep a bland, oh, not a bland face, but a neutral face, because you want them to have their own experience and their own reaction to this oil. Some people that use smell therapy, thanks Janine, appreciate that. So if you're needing smell therapy, maybe you've had a brain injury, or you're dealing with emotional issues that you're struggling with, or there's also things like if you've had a viral infection and you've lost your sense of smell, these are great ways to use smell therapy to help make new neural pathways and use that structural neuroplasticity for the brain. Okay, so I don't know who's asking the question. They're asking, is it normal for lemongrass to give a headache? So it really is totally up to each person how your brain or your body will react to an oil. It is a journey. It is a process. If you're feeling like you're getting an adverse reaction, try put it underneath your feet first instead of holding it directly to your nose, and then your body will get used to that smell because it's far away from the nasal passages. And I would also recommend that you speak to your upline or speak to the person who's invited you, and they'll be able to give you the advice that you need to smell it properly next time. Properly, that's not even a word. Anyway, next. Right, so to help with functional neuroplasticity, so to help your neural pathways to move from one system or one area of the brain to a new area, oils that you can use is frankincense, because frankincense just is able to help with those new things happening in the brain. Balance, because it's so grounding. It's also got other oils inside there that are just really awesome. It's a pleasure. And then bergamot. Bergamot is very calming and soothing, but it's also going to help in that functional neuroplasticity. All right, so next, I'm going to be talking specifically about certain oils that I would recommend if someone is wanting to do some neuroplasticity for their brain or change things in their brain. Peppermint is the first one, and it sounds like, oh, peppermint, how could that help with the brain? But it is because of the fact that it opens airways. It's going to increase the amount of oxygen that's going to your brain. It helps to, lift your energy, makes you feel invigorated. And then there's also, you can use it for memory and learning, concentration and focus, and even for any of your brain functions, because it's just invigorating like that. Okay, so if you see there, you can diffuse it if you're feeling low energy, and that's a great one to try and use. Right, so lavender is the next one that I would recommend because of the fact that it's calming, and if you have anxious thoughts, you battle with your moods, and maybe you've had some stress and trauma, lavender is a great one to try and use. Not everybody's the same. It is a journey, so you have to figure out what works for you, because what works for you doesn't work for me, and vice versa. And if this, one of the oils is not working the way you want, then it is a great way to just, contact the person who's invited you or your upline, and they'd be able to give you some advice. Okay, so the next oil that I'm going to talk about is Balance. And yes, because it's so calming and grounding, I love Balance. It drew me the first time I used it. And you can help it for your anxious feelings. You can use it for focus and attention, because it grounds you, brings those flyaway thoughts down into balance. Memory and learning. So if you're busy studying, this is a great one to use. And then also you can use it for any of your brain functions that you're wanting to change. Right. Adaptive. This is our calming blend. It's a great oil. Anything to do with mood and memory, it soothes and it uplifts. It's calming and relaxing. It really is a great oil. Stress and trauma, you can use it for that. And for mood boosting, I love to use it if my son gets a little bit anxious, and then I apply it on the back of his neck here, just in the back, because he doesn't like to put it on his hands. And then I know that he's getting these oils in that are going to help him. Great oils to have, because I mean, look at the copaiba as a grounding oil, and magnolia and neroli are all very calming and soothing as well. Whereas the spearmint and the wild orange would be invigorating, but not in a hyperactive type of way. So this is a really great blend to try and use. Copaiba, obviously my favorite. So if you don't know me, but have maybe heard a little bit about me, copaiba was my first oil from doTERRA, and it really did change our lives. It helped calm my son, and he was able to sleep better. It helped his nervous system. So this is a great one to use if you're wanting to use it for memory and learning, for mood boosting, for stress and trauma, anything like that, anxious thoughts, then you can use that. It's very soothing. You can take it a drop under your tongue or apply it to the back of the neck, or even just breathed in. It is really such a versatile oil. It is also a cannabinoid without side effects. So this is a brilliant, brilliant oil to have. Okay, so bergamot is so soothing and calming, but without being that sedentary type of calming. It doesn't make you want to feel too sleepy. I've used it during the day when I'm diffusing. Pardon me. And it helps with, just calming you, helping with those focus and attention. And yeah, it's a great one to use. You can mix it with a few other oils as well, like peppermint, to help with studying. So those two together are a good combination. Citrus Bliss is a combination of a lot of the citrus oils. So this one would be great for reducing stress, uplifting your mood. It's I like the chia better than Citrus Bliss, but you can use it to invigorate you and energize you. It really is one of those oils that I would recommend if you're wanting to use it for neuroplasticity. All right, so that's just a little bit about how neuroplasticity works, and how I've used it before. If there's any questions, feel free to post them in the comments once I've saved this, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. It really has been such a pleasure to be with you this morning and to share what I've learned, and what it can do for you, that it is possible to change your brain, and to help your family change their brains. So have a great day, and God bless.